What's going on, guys? It's your boy XQ420 here, and in today's video, we're going to be looking at Florida, all right? There has been a recent travel advisory put out for Florida. Now, a lot of people don't know this. This is something that kind of, can I say? Well, it might have got some major news waves on like your MSNBC, CNN, things of that nature, okay? Things of that nature, people who lean more left. But people didn't know this. There's a travel advisory for Florida, okay? For Florida. Now, it's not for everybody, all right? It's not for everyone. It's only for black folks, okay? It's only for black folks. NAACP says Florida is not safe for the Negro community. Now, if it's your first time to the channel, don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button. You won't regret it. But I've got an actual clip right here. Of a young lady. All right, is she young? Oh, I usually call women young ladies. I mean, or they can be 80-year-old. The young lady right here. That's what I usually do. But this woman right here, she starts talking about going to Florida. All right, on a recent vacation. Now, you wouldn't think that she seems to be a lady of color, even though she is more of a high yellow complexion, okay? High yellow, all right? Light-skinned, all right? The light-skinned folks are usually the loudest. That's all I know about some racism. It's usually the light-skinned that are usually the loudest, all right? But she's going to give you a breakdown of her recent trip to Florida and how it has now became a terrorist state. So without further ado, let's let this thing roll out right now.
Mills, Basil is still with us. Aisha, I have talked for 7 years about the asymmetry of covering Trumpism in America, something so audacious and so unimaginable that the normal ways of rapidly responding are inadequate. This seems to address that asymmetry and say, I got this. What do you think?
I think it was extremely clever, and I really appreciate the NAACP's guidance on this issue. You know, I just took my family to spring break in Florida recently, and I think about all of the folks who traveled there for sun and joy and peace and restoration. And to be reminded that actually this is getting to the point where Florida is about to be a terrorist state to many of us here in America. Certainly as a lesbian, as a black woman, I don't want to have anything to do with the place. And I think about all the other people who don't want to travel there either. And so I think it was very clever on behalf of the NAACP. I thank them for issuing this broad guidance. And, you know, really what it does is it turns a remarkable, I think, lens on the United States and highlights how bigotry and bias and ignorance do as much harm as we accuse other countries of doing to people that they suppress.
You know, it has been pointed out.
Guys, good. But people be going on these diatribes about stuff that don't even exist. I mean, that don't even exist. Now, we're going to go back through and we're going to give this a breakdown. But I want to show y'all right here. This is straight up NAACP. This is as of May 20th. People didn't know this. As of May 20th, if you're a Negro, okay, if you have Negro descent, all right, if you got 1% Negro, all right, and you go to Florida, some bad-ish might happen, okay? That's what they're telling you. Some bad-ish might happen. Look at this, guys. I mean, it's this. But this is ridiculous. Join the NAACP. Don't do it. Don't do it, bud. They continue to race bait. My goodness. Let's see what they got to say up here. Of course, Governor Ron DeSantis, he's the bigot of all bigots, okay? The only one that has more bigotry in their heart is Trump, all right? There's nobody else but he's number 2 in command as far as bigotry in America, all right? Get right, okay? Ron DeSantis, the bigot. That's what they're saying, okay? He said he's got aggressive attempts to erase Black history and to restrict diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in Florida schools. Do what? I mean, do the Negroes want to learn? Okay, I mean, that's what the real question is. I mean, a lot of them don't want to learn. They want to run the streets, okay? They want to go steal all the Lululemon, all right? All the Lululemon, all the Louis Vuitton, all right? So, let's start. Start at the house first. That's all I'm asking. We start at the house, get a good foundation, and then we can move onward from there. Last I seen, nobody's having to go into the colored-only bathroom, okay? I mean, that's the last I seen. So let's see this. The formal travel notice states, Florida is openly hostile toward African American people, or African Americans, people of color, and LGBTQ plus individuals. Oh, dear God Almighty, there it is. I mean, openly hostile. Are we talking about with weaponry? Is that what we're talking about? I mean, is that what we're talking about? The steel, okay, whether it be the blade, the knife, the blade or the gun. Are we talking about the steel, that type of open hostility? I mean, I'm trying to figure this thing out with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it says right up here, before traveling to Florida, please understand that the state of Florida devalues and marginalizes the contributions of and the challenges faced by African Americans and other communities of color. I mean, I like how they threw the LGBTQ plus in there. I'm just like, I mean, hey, NAACP, like, hey, we on your side, okay? Wink. Give us some of that. Give us some of that cash. That NAACP, they winking. They're like LGBTQ plus, yeah. Y'all see it? Yeah, we with you. Let me get some of those funds. When it come fundraising time, we looking some of your dollars. Al Sharpton looking your dollars, okay? I mean, that's all there is to it. So we want to go back to this young lady right here, okay? Yeah, I know. I keep saying young lady. And we want to break down what she says here. Because what she says doesn't make a ton of sense. All right, let me go back to the correct thing. What she says right here doesn't make a ton of sense. As far as Florida being a terrorist state, and she went on a vacation to the place. It's just like, if you felt this way, why'd you go on vacation there? That's the real question. But let's let this thing roll out one more time.
That asymmetry and say, I got this. What do you think?
I think it was extremely clever, and I really appreciate the NAACP's guidance on this issue. You know, I just took my family to spring break in Florida recently, and I think about all of the folks who traveled there for sun and joy and peace and restoration. And to be reminded that actually this is getting to the point where Florida is about to be a terrorist state.
I mean, okay, so there it is, guys. I mean, you just like... You went on vacation there knowing that you were, quote unquote, going to a terrorist state. I mean, let your boy know. I mean, I'm trying to figure this thing out. I mean, you just like, did you hear what you just said? It's like, oh, they're going for sun, fun, joy, you know. They might go to the parks. They might go to the beach, shopping facilities, water parks. Oh, man, fun in the sun. And right up underneath there, right up underneath the skin, okay, guys? Right up underneath the skin lies the bigotry and hate. Trust me on that, okay? It's right up underneath the skin. And hopefully, when you go there, you're able to make it out alive. Because it's become a terrorist state that is openly hostile towards black and brown bodies. And, of course, the LGBTQ plus. All right? That's what it is now. That's what she said. Ma'am, I don't believe you. Ma'am, you just took your family there. Ma'am. That's what I'd be like. Ho. But Mr. Ho. You knew it was the terrorist state you're going to, and that's where you took your family for spring break, and you cheesing the whole time. I don't hear no hatred in your heart towards Florida. I just hear this right here. That's what I hear. Oh, dear God.
Getting to the point where Florida is about to be a terrorist state to many of us here in America. Certainly as a lesbian, as a black woman, I don't want to have anything to do with the place.
Y'all, did y'all hear that? Okay, so let's this is the meat and potatoes of this, all right? It's a terrorist state. So I know it's a terrorist state. So I knowingly took my family there for spring break. Okay? For spring break. All right? Fun, sun, joy. All right? But it's hostile towards people like me, especially seeing how I'm black and a lesbian. I was like, hold on a second. I mean, what family did you take? You done adopted some folk. But I'm trying to tell you, man. I mean, guys, that she said this, okay? This is what she said. I know you sitting there like, man, that ain't what she said. This is what she said.
And peace and restoration. And to be reminded that actually this is getting to the point where Florida is about to be a terrorist state to many of us here in America. Certainly as a lesbian, as a black woman, I don't want to have anything to do with the place.
Certainly as a lesbian, a black woman, I don't want to have anything to do with the place, but I took my family on vacation there.
I've done some dumb things, and I'll do dumb things again.
But folks can say whatever. You know what I'm saying? People will say whatever. It don't even matter. It's like, you just contradicted yourself, right? You just said as a black woman, and hey, on top of that, guys, I got to let you know what orientation I am. I eat the pussy, okay? I need y'all to know this. All right? I need y'all to, as a lesbian, we appreciate it, but what this got to do with you going on vacay, and then you telling me it's a terrorist state? And then you say you don't want to have nothing to do with it. This is making any sense, guys. Let your boy know. I'm trying to figure this thing out. We're trying to figure it out together. But the arguments ain't even good.
And I think about all the other people who don't want to travel there either. And so I think it was very clever on behalf of the NAACP. I thank them for issuing this broad guidance. And, really what it does is it turns a remarkable, I think, lens on the United States and highlights how bigotry and bias and ignorance do as much harm as we accuse other countries of doing to people that they suppress.
Oh boy, man. The bigotry, guys. The bigotry in Florida. Florida. Is there any black folks that live in Florida? I mean, let me know. Is there any black folk that live in Florida? Is there any other black families that's taking their their families on vacation down to Florida? And have you felt the bigotry, the terrorist ideology, the hostility towards you? Have you felt it? Have you walked out and you just had this white gaze upon you? Okay, white shenanigans going on all around you, bigotry. Okay. Tomfoolery, all right, undercutting you, undermining you because of your black or brown body. I mean, let your boy know. I'm trying to figure this thing out. That's the way they're making it seem. That's the way they're making it seem. And NAACP, no, they act like this is the damn disease that should not be named. You know what I'm saying? That farce, all right? The disease that should not be named. This is the same nonsense they were putting up during that time. Travel advisories. Please. Damn boy, if folk keep falling for this, bud, hey, may God have mercy on your soul, bud. You know what I'm saying? I mean, may God have mercy on you. I want to know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. What y'all think? Any of y'all who watch me live in Florida, anybody been to Florida recently? And when you went, if you were of the black, brown, LGBTQ plus variety, did you feel the hatred the minute you crossed that state line? I'm talking about like the minute you cross the state line, you'd be like, I feel the hatred in this state. You know what I'm saying? Did you feel it? It like resonate? It's like a heat wave. Did it hit you like that? Let your boy know in the comment section below. I'm trying to figure the thing out. We want to figure it out together. We want people's opinions on this. All right. If you felt the bigotry, let us know. Okay. Let us know. But give us a detail. Okay. Give us some details. All right. Don't be like, yeah, I hate Florida because Ron DeSantis is a Republican. Give us something better than that. So I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Like, share, subscribe. Blah. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.